Okay, we're back with another out of Teenage Exocolonist. So, sorry for being a bit late, like, I just had to, clean some stuff up for, for the coming Chinese New Year, which falls on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that was like in 2 weeks. Now, basically, what happened in the last stream is that we managed to team this guy over here, okay, and I'm thinking of today to at least finish this run, okay, and then I think that we just barely have enough time for that, okay, and afterward, I'm planning to have one more stream, for this, which is for tomorrow, that we're gonna go for the governor run, okay. So the governor run, I already have like it's already around 18 years old, okay, and basically we just need to to do the coup, okay, like overthrow Lum, and because like for if you want to become the governor, you have to have very high rebellion, and also that easy to say, if you even if you don't have high rebellion, you can still coup, but you're not gonna be the governor. You're gonna be like the assistant to Mars and stuff. Okay, so now we still have some time, but I think I want to go and give some gift first. Wait, do I have some log? No, dang it. Okay, Nami. Okay, can't give to Nami. Sammy will give her the flowers on her birthday. Cal, for something you might like, he likes this bubble fruit. Okay, let's see how Tang is. Tang is already maxed out. I doubt I can get Tommy max. Okay. Nam. Oh well, I don't think we can do much after this. So for now, it's best if we explore the ridge, okay? Like, it's best for us to do that, okay? Wait. Give me a second, I want to check out. Housing coming. Okay. Like the Rex, the good thing is that he came in late, but we can hug him and gain and bond that way. So remember that when we met Sim in the when foraging, we can now probably like get deeper into the ruins. Massive creature. Okay, this one we don't need. This one we don't need to do it. We can skip this. Like I said, they don't really like improve our stats anymore, and I don't want to get stressed out because of it. Okay, so this one is like, if I'm not mistaken, increase your bravery. You're walking along a ridgeline when your foot knocks some rocks down the slope. You anticipate the familiar clatter as they plunge down the chasm, but realize it's silent, just the wind. You peer down the slope, nothing's falling. Wait, the rocks you dislodged with your foot are just floating. You take a step forward and realize you feel lighter too, like you've taken off your mountaineering gear. You take another step forward, it's a struggle to keep your foot on the ground. With one more step forward, you realize it's possible to take both of your feet off the ground. You're floating. You nudge your foot and let the momentum float you forward a few feet. Feeling more untethered by gravity, the further forward you go. The ridgeline is narrow, with a steep drop on either side. There's no way around this anti-gravity field, and if you fall out of it, you might plummet into the chasm. Onward. Okay, 86. I'll go with this. Okay. This let's reduce stress. Okay. All card become trivia champion. Wait. Nice. Equal. Done. You float forward, allowing yourself to rise higher and higher until you're able to swim and tumble through the air with ease. Woo! Wow, you're totally weightless. You float over a shiny lumpy rock, jutting from the spine of the ridge. As you pass over it, you feel gravity beginning to embrace you again, pulling you back down. Your feet touch the ground again on the other side, and your legs immediately give out. What a rush. You mark the location on your map for other surveyors. Okay. Sneaking by. Radiation warning. Okay, this one here we researched it, so we can neutralize it. You need to neutralize it, okay? Because like later on, you're gonna be prompted to when you're about to enter deeper into the ruins. The flies here are awful. They come out in the heat of the day. Yep, this one is about this ignoring them, and it doesn't do much. You improve perception or something? Oh, this is an entirely different person when he's outside the colony walls, without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behavior. It's like he's blossomed into someone who's actually confident. The more time you spend with him out here, the more glimpses you catch the real this. Bet you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder and doing a cool roll at the end. Wait, no, bet you can't do this with your eyes closed. I can. Okay, the thing is about this is that his argument is that no sense of fear. So that's why like he can do all this stuff without, you know, he can do a lot of crazy stuff without feeling without being afraid of it. And also, on a side note, Mars, it is like she's shameless. You and this cavort around, daring each other to do more and more dangerous things. This isn't scared of anything. Dare this to climb up there. It's your turn. If you dared him to, you gotta follow through. The vines are slippery and dangerous, and some of them are even alive and wriggle when you grab them. You lose your grip at the top, and you slip and start to fall, but this grabs you. Got you, this exclaimed, pulling you over the ledge. Your heart is thumping and you're all sweaty from fear. But you did it. This looked so calm and collected, even though he just climbed the same treacherous walls and had to save you from a long fall. Why doesn't he ever seem to be scared? The plateau is empty, but it provides a great view to look out over the resting ridges. You and Des take a break and watch the shadow creep across the dusty, craggy landscape. This is the life, Des says. No school, no gossip, no bullies. No one telling me what to do or what to think. He props his elbow on his knee and squints into the suns. Even with my augmentation in the colony, I always feel like such a coward. But maybe the problem isn't me. It's everyone else, you know. I'm not scared of any usual stuff. Monsters, getting hurt, even dying. Like, who cares, he continued. But humans keep finding ways to control people with fear. Well, they can't control me. Well, I'll never call you a coward again. You might not be alive now if it weren't for his fearlessness and fast thinking. It wasn't that long of a fall, he says, but you can tell he's a little pleased you understand too. And you're trudging along when you're suddenly buffeted by a hot wind. Like very hot wind, lethally hot. The ridges are already baking, but all of a sudden, it feels like you are trapped in a nuclear reactor. The skin dries out and your lips begin to crack. Your eyeballs feel like sandpaper. Find the source. You take careful readings from a distance, triangulate them, and discover the source of the wind. A red sports ball-sized crystal emanator hidden in a small crevice. When you smash it, it doesn't shatter like crystal. It almost looked as if it could have been organic. Was it some kind of defensive barrier? Yet another weird mystery of these ridges. Oh, stuff. Probably Sim is here. You came across a particularly flat area, a large field of obsidian. Well, obsidian is the only word you have for it, but you've never seen obsidian this bright. It's like a rainbow trapped underneath its glossy black surface, like the entire ground here is polished with black opal. The field glints under the sun at certain angles, momentarily blinding you. It looks slippery and shiny. Skate through it. This one we're gonna keep it for the last. Okay. You remember this one gives plus 3 at the third part. Two. Okay, there we go. Plus 2 to neighboring. Wait. Make some way. Okay, just nice. You take off your shoes and glide around in your sock feet. You take a tumble and get a little bruise, but you have a blast. Woo! Do some science while you're here. Engineering. You find a patch that is different and take some reading. You confirm the material is not natural. It must have been created by the convergent domain because it's the same stuff made the compass out of silica, mixed with some trace of organic elements. By looking at the striations in the cliff nearby, you determine that this entire region used to be covered in thick sheet of this dark glass rock. In most places, there is now a layer of soil over it, but if you dig down far enough, you'll probably find this layer everywhere, like the whole place has been glass. No wonder there are so few plants here. The convergent domain must have paved this area to discourage plant life from growing. All except for the crystals, which seems to sprout happily from the obsidian pavement. Only plus 5 stress. Sim. You think you see Sim running through the trees ahead, near the edge of a cliff. You call out to him, but your voice is drowned out by a screeching roar that shakes the forest. A manticore. You're feeling a remarkable lack of self-preservation today, so you holster your scanner and follow the noise through the trees. You find Sim fending off not one but 3 manticores at the edge of the cliff. His back to the fatal drop behind. He's bleeding profusely from his hairline, and his left arm hangs useless by his side. He doesn't even register your presence as he tries to calm the beast with soothing sounds. One of the manticore knocks Sim off his feet, and your heart lurches as a spray of stones clatter down the cliff. The beasts have him completely at their mercy. The lead manticore's delicate feet pin Sim's tattered clothing into the ground, spittle drooling from its misshapen jaws, and you watch Sim's expression twist with an emotion you've never seen before. Fear. Safe. Okay. So... wait. I think it's meant to be like this. Next. Okay, 8 neighbors become wild. Okay. Oof. Oof. Okay. baby. How about this? Push through. Oh boy, this is hard. Okay, I got an idea. Yellow flower. 4, 5, 6. 40 stress. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Somehow, using all your strength and the more, you defeated the lead manticore. The two smaller ones scatter, hissing their displeasure and biting at each other. With the death of the alpha, negotiating with their new pack dynamic should distract them for a while. Are you okay? Tim waves you off with the arm that doesn't hang limp at the side. I'm fine, he gasps. I'll feel pain, but it does not control my behavior as much as it seems in humans. Sim is barely standing upright after the battle. Truly, he wasn't much help this time. And it seems as though despite your best effort, his strength is fading fast. He stumbles into you, knocking you both to the ground. He lands on top of you, your legs intertwined with his weight pressing you into the dirt. Oof, he gasps. You can feel every inch of his long body against yours, stirred to quickening by the adrenaline of the fight. My hero, he murmurs. His eyes fall to your lips. I don't swing that way. No. You accidentally shoves him away as he laughs as he rolls onto his back. No? Sim asks, unbothered. My apologies. My research into human reshape via your holographic videos gave me the impression that is what your kind does after near-death experience. It's quite exhilarating. You both startled by a crashing sound from the trees. One of the two remaining manticores breaks through the tree line and rolls at you. Blood and spittle spring from its ravenous jaws. There's no sign of the other. Clearly less than manticore. Run, Sim gasps, pulling you both to your feet. He gives you a push and you start running parallel to the cliff, trying to get some distance before it's safe to duck back into the trees. You don't hear Sim behind you. You will run just in time to see Sim clash with the manticore, grappling its huge front claws as it pushes Sim closer to the edge of the cliff with a dancer-like strength. Go, Sim yells. Rocks scatter down the cliff by his feet. Please, Scammo. Let's go. You don't even have a chance to be a hero. The manticore takes Sim's neck in its jaw and he screams in pain. Huh? What? Sim locks eyes with you once more as time slowly slows to a crawl, then speeds up as he grabs hold of the manticore and launches himself back towards the cliff, backs off the cliff. Seriously? They are gone before you can scream. You rush to the edge, too late to catch even his trailing tattered coat. It's a long way down, and the wind buffets your face viciously. You try to blink away from the image of their bodies falling through the air, now seared into your memory. Huh? You turn away from the smudges at the bottom of the cliff, but you still see it. You sit down, stunned, and stay that way for a long time. How can it be gone? Just like that? Huh? Wait, Sim's dead? There won't be any funeral for him. The alien who would be human. It's not like you can bring his remains home to be properly recycled. It's a small comfort that at least out here, it won't be long until nature takes its course. Sim would probably have wanted that, to think. Huh? What the hell? 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 Oh god. Save. God damn it, man! Okay. We gotta save him. We should be able to save him. We should. Wait. Okay, next. Eat. Eat. Uh, this 25. 25. I'll take it. You should be able to save him. Okay. Okay, kiss him. Okay. You close the distance, pressing your lips to Sim's. He makes a sound of surprise that quickly turns to delight. Then surprise again when you hook your legs over his and gently roll on top of him, taking control of the kiss. Sim kisses with a charming innocence at first, clearly improvising his way through the first kiss, though he's quick to respond to your touch. You flick your tongue against his lips and he opens his mouth to you, allowing you to taste deeply of him as his good hand digs into your side. It's not long at all before he's responding in kind, and you're both breathing heavily into each other's mouth as you discard all sense of propriety and grind it against each other in the dirt. Oh, Sim gasps as you break for breath. He's soft dazed. Is it always like that? You're suddenly embracing a reminder of your commitment to Tangent, and also a realization that no, it doesn't feel like this. Kissing Sim is different. Exhilarating. Your heart pounds as you shake your head, and Sim makes a hungry noise and bends to kiss you again. You resolve to deal with the Tangent question at a later date. I didn't know you felt this way. Sim looks unusually bashful. I was too subtle, he murmurs, and for that you have my apologies. What romantic pause? Everything I have learned of love has been from researching your holographic videos, he continues quietly. I did not know that it was possible. I did not have words for this feeling. I love this planet deeply, he says. He listens intently, playing with a lock of his hair, and I love my purpose here. I love every living thing, and I take comfort in knowing our fates are inextricably intertwined. Sim places his hand over your chest, but there are no words for the feeling I have here when I see you, like an ache that pulls me to you. I envision things with you that are impossible to explain. I'm doing this so that he doesn't die. He looks away, and you see color rise in his cheek. Forgive my crudeness, but I know of the biological imperative of all life. Gardeners do not share this imperative and do not feel driven to physicality. But with you, he bites his lips. Perhaps it is this body. Perhaps it is you. All I know is that I would very much like to kiss you again, and I would not like to stop. It's the other one. I couldn't save him! I couldn't save him. Okay, the thing is, we'll come back to this later because I wanna research this place first. Seriously. But I don't think Sim dies, you know? Because Sim is a gardener. Most probably he's able to reconstruct maybe? Okay, 20 of 15. Peaceful rock. Okay, we'll come back here later because this one minus 20 stress. Come back later. A thumper. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, a hollow pillar. Knocked over and lying on its side in the sand. It's absolutely massive. It stretches to your left and right, at least a kilometer in each direction. Though at some point, it's crumbled enough that you could likely scale over it. Check it out. Exit hug. Now we can do this later because it's locked after all. Wait. Okay. Next. Ooh, 70. 70. Okay, give me a second. 70. Check it out. Okay, since this is mantle blue, it's best if we change it. Wait, no. We're gonna use this now. We're gonna use this now, and now we're gonna turn it. We're gonna turn it to green, blue. It's more green than blue. Okay, next. 9, 6, 6, 4. Okay. You find more scraps of the convergent, domain writing and technology. You document everything and bring back to Utopia. Okay, 20. So now, we're gonna go and relax. Stay for a while, relax. I'm coming back for her, for him in a while. Wait, oh, there's an event over here. Utopia has sent you and this to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can tell that these are more than convergent domain solar panels. They're angular and hard to touch, but they have some sort of sponginess and warmth to them. It's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Take a look at the alien solar panels. What a fascinating combination of biology and engineering. Truly remarkable. You take readings and collect data for Utopia, being careful not to break any. Maybe someday the colony could figure out how to harness electricity from these. Okay, so engineering +1. My engineering is almost maxed out. 97. By the end of the expedition here, we're probably gonna like max it out. You haven't been down into the deepest crevice of the ridges, where the crystal grew thick and the air is stagnant and dead. It's already sweltering on the ridges, but in the chasm, you can see the heat warping the air almost like it's a permanent fog. Utopia says the air is so thick, and still you can't even use your glider down there. At least one thing survives in the haze though. While you take a break for lunch one day, you see flickers of the silver dart in and out of the fog, like ripples of light on a lake. As you unpack your tiffin box, the ass squid. Okay, this one nothing. This one's nothing. You can skip this. It's just perception increase, and as I said many times before, I don't want to level up my maxed up sets. Okay, this is important. Utopia has sent a team of geologists to get a closer look at this region's weird terrain. We come across them working, and Utopia beckons you over. Scammo, she says, drawing everyone's attention to you. Scammo, come over here. Everyone, Scammo's been working in this area for a while, and I'm sure he's got plenty of information on what's out there. The geologist politely turns towards you and listen. Here's what you got so far, Utopia says, speaking directly to you. Judging from how the layers of sediment are broken up, this place used to be pretty flat, for there must have been a ton of earthquake activity, ripping up the land and bringing up these huge ridges. We can date the quakes around the time a lot of these ruins were created, she adds. And we're looking, but we haven't seen anything built after them. Like that was it for the old convergent domain. These broken up layers are the same across the planet. Something sure happened about 20,000 years ago. Share your findings on the obsidian layer. You explain that below the sand there's a thick layer of dark silica crystal, obsidian stuff the convergent domain used. Utopia nods. Right, you can see it in the striations, yeah? It's one of the major landmarks in the geological timeline. Obsidian and earthquakes are both associated with volcanoes, but there are no volcanoes here. Not even a fault line, Utopia says, wiping her forehead. It's just not natural. Share your findings on the crystal. The crystals soak up energy from the sun and transfer it underground. What if that energy was unleashed suddenly? Utopia watches bemused as the geologists crunch numbers. It would have been an enormous amount of energy, But this entire region was one big solar battery. What kind of energy the energy of two suns could definitely cause earthquakes at magnitude that could rip apart the land and help them work. Okay, +1 engineering. You set up drone hive to measure the sediment layers along the cliffside and learn a few things about rocks. Okay, this one, move on. Oh, it's gonna take some time, so we're just gonna skip. Because that one, you're not gonna get a pet, and you're gonna get a tag for not long. Okay, another thumper. And now we can enter the ruins. Utopia has given you clearance to poke around in the ruins in the secret valley. Stars, this place is neat. This still thinks so too. At least we didn't have to climb back down again, he mutters. But you can tell he's excited. The buildings are arranged in a spiral formation around a central point. They are made of that oil-slick obsidian, something that looks like petrified bone and have parts missing where some other organic material has long since rotted away. It's all overgrown with vines and buried in shifting sand. You follow the spokes of the streets until you approach the center of the valley. There's a large pyramid-shaped building sits surrounded by thumpers and a variety of other smaller buildings. Check out the pyramid. You walk around the massive pyramid, but you don't see an entrance into it. It's sealed tight. It vibrates with a significance and lives hugely in your dream memories. You feel faint just by closing to it. But this doesn't seem to feel anything. When he insists you give up and investigate something else, you don't complain. Take a look at the thumpers. The 4 thumpers are in careful alignment, forming a square with wide paths between them and the pyramid in the center. One is almost reduced to rubble. None are active. Investigate the other buildings. The smaller, more deteriorated pyramid buildings dot around the valley. Purposes unknown. There are also dozens of little obelisks, a couple meters wide with a circular design on one side. You've approached a random one of these on the edge of a valley, like the door in this monitoring station. You know what to do. You get right up close to a circle and touch it, and the iris door slides open. Now you're looking through a large round door into a small featureless room. Quite small, quite featureless. Totally dark, very creepy, but you can hear a faint hum. Is it still powered? Bravely walk inside. Challenge. 8. Okay. Okay. Neighbors become wild. Okay. I wanna use this. Okay. 5, 5, 5. 4, 2. Oops. Wait. 5 stress. Don't need. Got it. That's true bravery. You walk in, this close behind, and suddenly the iris closes, the floor lurches, and you're moving down. An elevator. The elevator squeals and grinds away like it hasn't been used literally in thousands of years. It doesn't go far, then grinds to a halt, and the iris opens to reveal a large room with obsidian walls. Like all convergent domain spaces, it's more cave than room. With stalactites everywhere, and a giant lumpy mound of fungus. You wonder if the obsidian stuff they built with melts over time, running and dripping in extreme slow motion. There are consoles on all of the walls. It's like this is some kind of control room, just like the monitoring station just found. Most of it is long dark and covered with a thick layer of dust, except one device with 2 weird bony knob sticks poking out of it. Grab the 2 interface sticks. You started to get the hang of these convergent domain interfaces. You just take hold of these 2 stick thingies and you cease to be yourself. You're like a visual, audio, and weirdly tactile representation of something vast. You have a feeling of being in large and complex space. No, like you are the space, a digital space, like a computer system, as if you were stuck inside a 3D representation of the HoloNet, and you could see files and processes of the whole world of data, but in alien format that speak to you more in sensation than logic. You let go of the sticks and the console room comes back. You grab them again and understanding fills your head. It feels not all that different from the bouts of deja vu remembering, like of memories being inserted into your mind, and you suddenly just know how to use this interface. You just think where you want to go or what you want to know, and away you go. The word array comes to mind, a network of computers hosting millions of data nodes, information on every part of the planet, from weather to soil conditions to individual creatures. Not just computers, but entities that feel intelligent and also digital. Artificial consciousness like your ship's AI congruence, they are processing all that data and triggering subroutines to make minute changes on the planet's surface. Then, a booming voice enters your brain and obliterates all else, speaking more in abstract thought than words, but aloud. What are you doing in Wormhole Observatory Array Console 5, you nosy little creature? There's an explosion in your head, and you're thrown backward and out of the array. There must have also been an explosion in your hands, which are now singing. The console is blown out and dead. You're shaken. Something you didn't like you poking around in there. I think it's Noctilucent, the scary one that attack us in glow. Whatever the array is, whatever lives in it has been watching you, probably ever since you landed. But you have a feeling that Sim has something to do with this. He's either in league with the array, or he's part of it. But knowing Sim, he won't tell you anything until he's ready to. You tell this about the array and the voice saying Wormhole Observatory. He looks around, impressed. The convergent domain was sure up to some shit, he says. And now, you know about the array and how to access it. That could come in useful if it turns out to be a danger to your colony. You decide to call it a day. Your arms feel all tingly and weak from getting electrocuted, and your heart is still thumping a mile a minute, but you'll be back. Keep exploring. Okay, now we're gonna go and meet Sim. Hopefully we can trigger a different conversation with Sim. Now that we know about the array. But before that, let's just check this one out. The sun goes behind a cloud and you feel a light. Ah, okay. This one is like the float cow's pooping, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. The manticore. It seems like it doesn't change, so let's save him. 4, 4, 5, or better yet, 4, 5, 6. 3. Like this. Stress. Radioactive plant. What about this? I can't. Have to make it like this. Push through. $45, $25. Yeah, push through. Okay. Are you okay? Okay, kiss him. I didn't know you felt this way. And Sim is gonna fall. This is the third time I saw them in the past 15 minutes. Okay, go home. Done. Okay, maxed up engineering. Equip an additional gear. Then I'll put Sun Medallion. In mourning, you're mourning the loss of a loved one. All skills increases reduced by 1 but for 3 months. So in some jobs an action can be performed. Okay, we're not gonna give Nomi present now. Nomi bounces awkwardly on their toes. Sorry, I'm not sure what's wrong, but I hope you feel better soon. I can't give any present. Dang it. What about Tang? I can't give them any present. Ooh, we're pretty bummed out. Okay, a marsh logwood. But then I can't give. Oh well. Tend to the animals, to empathy. Let's shovel dirt. Huh? No event? Okay, that sucks. What was that to the animals? Yep, nothing. I think I should go with toughness. Shovel dirt. Cards with gems are wild. Push through. This year, Governor Lam accession to become. Okay, let's just read it. Okay. Governor Lam accession to Paternana stage is heralded by an entire military band. Their instruments are shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting in the formats of a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lam takes his place before you. Spotlight turn on with heavy ka-chunk noises, illuminating Lam in a halo of floating dust particles. He spread his arms wide. Hello, Batuna. His voice booms over the speakers. Are we winning or what? What? The reaction is mixed. You look around, it's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are the heaviest people and people who have fully adopted their mentality, like Anemone. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Red is one of them. His usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lam has to wait for it to die down before he continues. You're killing it out there, people, he exclaims. Every day, we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet. Yeah, it's their planet. A potato pod arcs across the air and lands with a broken sport at Lam's feet, splattering him with a juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction of Geoponic is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lam continues, raising his fist. Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind. No, you attacked them. The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you hear calls for things to return to how they were, and how Lam and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council line up before the stage and facing the crowd is conflicted. We left Earth to get away from the shit, your dad shouts. And you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. Now look at us. We're right back where we started. Finding each other and the planet. We brought it with us. Utopia hops on the stage and rots her own ear speak through the speakers. He's lying, she yells bitterly. This year, we lost 2 civilians in the swamp, Sorrel and Queenie. They'll be alive if Lam hadn't sent them to clear a manticore dam for no good reason. She jams her finger against Governor's chest. The only threat to our colony here is you. Lam's smile doesn't change. but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly crushes a hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones of her hand before her feet cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with the pain, her bravado gone. She holds the broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. "Thank you for your input," he says icily. "Your concerns have been noted." This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holovlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a worksite. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. "You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force," he sneers. "Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful." "Not really. Just a bunch of burnout hippie fugitives. What was your plan surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals?" Laughter ripples through the helios. "You," he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest. "Need us? Not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinion. If you want to live, you'll do what I say." He says at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. "Maybe it's time to clean house," he threatens. "We need team players here. One who share one vision for the future of Batumna." After a few tense moments, Zeke clear their throats. "Ahem, sir. Should I continue with the traditional formalities now?" Lum scowls down at Zeke, then throws his hands in the air. "Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards." You turn and stalk off the stage, marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there are plenty of food and alcohol. As the suns begin to set, the Helios, including Vase and Anemone, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night. The other team seems a little less tense, a little less at ease. This, quite predictably, has already left to hang out with the Stratos, of course. "I know you think he's evil," Tammy says, holding Akanea to her shoulder, while she speaks urgently to Cal. "But don't you think, even a little bit, that he's right about Batumna being too dangerous?" Cal crosses his arm and shakes his head. "Killing is never right, Tammy," he replies. "We can't fight a whole planet. If you meet violence with violence, it's just numbers. You're gonna win. We gotta have to find a better way, or we're all going to die anyway." Tammy's chin wobbles, but she clenches defiantly. "I just want to have a family, Cal," he insists. "Why can't we have one place on this awful planet where we can be safe?" He adjusts Akanea against her chest. I think it's worth defending this one space for ourselves. The monster can live somewhere else, just not here." Cal is right. All killing is wrong. Cal nods and grateful for the backup. Tammy sighs. "I guess," he said hesitantly. "I just want Akanea to grow up somewhere safe, like we did." A peal of laughter rises from where Rex and Nomi are playing what looks like competitive snapping game. Rex rubs his reddened cheek ruefully as Nomi rolls around on their back, kicking their legs in the air and giggling. "Got you. I got you good. Too slow, too slow." They stop and beckon you over. "Come here, Scummo," they say. "Promise we are not even talking about the war even a bit." You take your seat beside Rex and Nomi. Rex claps you on the back. "Well, we are a little bit," he confides. "Mostly we're making fun of those guys." He jerked his thumb towards Space and his group of friends, who wrangle themselves a large tripod and are skewering it to roast over a bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here. As night falls, smell the sweet charred scent of it cooking. "They've always kinda been like this," Nomi shakes their head. "Just like total human supremacists. See something you don't understand?" Nomi makes laser guns with their fingers. "Pew pew, all gone. Want something someone else has? Pew pew, all yours." They lean back on their hands and look up at the night sky. In dusk, the wormhole looks so peaceful and far away. "I used to think me and Rex were like changelings, like aliens beam in and replace two human babies with weirdos." The dancing and feasting continues well into the night while you pass the time with your friends in the peaceful faction, knowing that the whole colony isn't into being soldiers and fighting Lum's war on nature makes you feel less alone. But you can't stop thinking about Governor's eyes as he crushed Utopia's hand today. So long as he's in charge, does it matter what anyone else wants? The week after Vetumnania is one of the hardest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much needed break, but it's so humid and awful, and tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Lau announces a zero tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is removed, just the one against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Okay, we need to rest. Red card get 1 in physical challenges. Still morning, right? Sim is what? This doesn't believe when you tell him. But I just saw him. You're lying. You can't be dead. He refuses to listen and you just keep repeating that you must be wrong. I wanted to give a present to Nomi, but I'm mourning. Okay. We're gonna relax in the park. Take out the embarrassing lesson. It does. Okay. I'm finally back. Oh, Rex. You spot Rex carrying supplies and big pieces of wood into the constructed site at the end of the lounge, the future of his bar. He waves at you, as much as a wave as he can with his armful of mushroom. Hey Tsukamo. Ooh, slow and steady wins the race, but it feels like I've been working on this bar forever. You take a look at what you can see. Rex has kept it all pretty well topped up, and hates letting people inside to peek. But you can tell it's big, perhaps a little too big. Ambitious maybe, for a first solo construction project, but Rex has a lot of help from his crew and from the whole colony. He'd have to be able to find enough wood. It's ready to finish off. You've seen this bar in your dreams. Rex was so proud of it, and it was perfect and huge, and it didn't have to be. The joy people had from going there wasn't from how opulent it was. It was from being able to relax with your friends. You remember joking with Rex about how people would have loved it even if it was just a few planks and a keg of beer. The thing is, you remember other things too. It hurts when you try to remember specific from your dream, but you just have a feeling that maybe Rex doesn't have enough time to finish the darn thing. It feels like something bad's going to happen and, well, we have to live life now while the living's good. You tell Rex as much, and look on relief on his face and tells you that he'd been thinking the same. You're right, Skamo, he says, scratching his ear. I should have stopped trying to make it so perfect because it'll never get done. He smiles. How about we open it next week? About a week later, Rex stands before you and a few interested members of the construction crew, as well as a very excited looking Nomi. I think it's time to open the bar, Rex says, uncharacteristically stuttering over his words. Thanks, Skamo, for reminding me what's really important. That we have a place to party! With that, Rex flicks on the house lights. The crowd gasps and blinks around in awe. There's so much to see. Maybe not as spectacular as it could have been if you let Rex bang away at it forever, but it's good enough. There's a stage, a dance floor, and a few places for people to lounge around on pillows, and of course, there's a bar. It's a little lightly stocked for now, but you're sure Rex's next job will be to cajole some liquor out of stores. You're happy to convince Rex to unveil it now. He's obviously a bit nervous, and that's not quite right, but people love it anyway. Get up on stage and sing, because I want to get to know me. There's a holographic karaoke projector that scrolls lyrics to whatever song is playing. You queue up some old Earth favorites and take turns singing it with Nomi. During the day, this place will be quiet, a quiet cafe where people can gather with friends or sit and study. At night, Mars is going to lead karaoke night and Nomi will make sure the dance floor is always jumping. And I'll be just as happy that everyone else has a good time here, Rex tells you. It's great to finally have a place, purpose-built for having fun. Thank you, Scumman, for all your help. Hugs incoming. Nomi. You spot Nomi crossing the courtyard from the depot to the living quarters, lugging an armful of cans of paint. Hey, Scumman, they exclaim, barely keeping one of the cans from falling out of their arm. Hey, can you give me a hand with this? You take a few of the cans and Nomi sighs in relief. Thank you. This is my third trip. I think I finally got all the colors I need. Oh, dang, this is bad. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Just a second. Give me a second. Gear, take this out. I need to equip my brain trainer. At your question, Nomi giggles and starts skip walking towards the living quarters. Come on, I'll show you. You follow Nomi to the suite of rooms that they share with their mom and dad. Nomi leads you past the jumble of bedroom furniture and into their empty room. Light pours in from the sky and Nomi stands under it and stretches their arm wide, doing a little spin. I'm painting a mural. My mind is going light speed with possibilities, Nomi declares, tugging at their hair. I'm drunk with power. I could do anything. Scumman, you have to help me decide. Nomi grabs the sketchbook and shows you a few concept drawings. Space theme, jungle theme, the inside of a pirate ship, abstract art, all the major players are here. Nomi's been busy. They look at you in agony of indecision. Why not a different thing on each wall? Nomi stares at you. What? Oh, stars, Scumman. That's perfect. Why didn't I think of that? They start ripping pages out of their sketchbook and laying them against the walls. This one here? No, here. The colors will play off each other. And oh no, this won't get more light for most of the year, so... After a few minutes, frenzied planning, Nomi grabs you by the shoulder. This is going to be amazing! They exclaim. Thank you, you're a genius. They regard their wall with barely restrained excitement. What do you say, Scumman? Do you want to help make the vision become a reality? Totally, I know what to do. This is why. This is why I need to equip my brain trainer. You're something of an artist yourself after all. You and Nomi get started transferring their sketches to the wall. After a few minutes of supervising, Nomi steps back and lets you see your imagination to figure out the rest. You're really good at this, they declare. Have you ever considered becoming an artist too? For most of the day, the room is a total chaos. Nomi assures you repeatedly that this is part of the experience. As the second sun is beginning to set, you step back and take a look at what you've accomplished. It's really nice. Only you and Nomi could have made such a discordant composition come into harmony, and the result is a bedroom that's not only unique and inspiring, but bursting with the love that you and Nomi share for both each other and your art. Nomi starts hammering the lids back onto the paint cans while you collect the brushes for washing. Thank you for your help, they say. I definitely wouldn't have finished this without you. Nomi's stomach rumbles and their eyes go wide. I'm starving, they exclaim. Did we work through dinner? You don't need to check the time on your holopop to know that Nomi is right. Your stomach grumbles in solidarity and Nomi laughs. Okay, let's go grab some grub, chum. Leave cart in the depot. Okay, now I can equip it back. Okay, we have a present for you. Okay, crystal. Okay, give her flowers. Tank's already maxed out. Hell, I found something you might like. Baba fruit. Okay, next. Let's go. I never seen Sim at the swamps, you know. All events have respawn, but I already have my max biology. Maybe I should go explore nearby. For my bravery? Conception and biology maxed out. Engineering also maxed out. But explore nearby. For the bravery. Oh, Utopia. Utopia is working near the gates. This area has been deemed safe enough for kids to go for a hike. As long as you are back before dark and never goes out during glow. There ain't a lot to see out there, she says. A logging camp, a few fields, some nice lookouts. You've been out here before, but that was when you weren't supposed to, so you let her give you her advice anyway. Keep your eyes peeled for useful things, like that tree mushroom log she points to, a light sturdy piece of wood by the side of the road. Lumber carrier must have dropped it. But it's fairly safe out there. But that don't mean totally safe, she cautioned. Don't go too far, and if you see anything that scares ya, run like heck and make a ton of noise. You have tightened the straps on your backpack. What you're hoping to see out there, sweets? Checking things out. Right on, Utopia says, patting you on the back. Spoken like a true explorer. Keep your eyes and ears open, you might learn something. Things grow pretty well out there, she continues. If you picked up a place clean, give it a year. Bet it'll look like you were never there before. Okay. Log. Go around. We're not gonna increase perception, okay? Found farmland here. Okay, try to plant something. Okay. Most of this they're not much. Umbrella. Oh, actually I can loot back. But who cares this time? Perception. Nope. What's this? You spot a suspiciously regular amount of dirt. Maybe something is buried here though. Could be dangerous. Dig it up immediately. You fiercely dive in, digging with your gloved hands. Turns out it's just a pile of dirt, nothing more. Nothing. What's this? You come across a cluster of marsh trees, not fully grown yet, but they are still pretty big. It might be good to harvest them before they get all gross and mushy during the rainy season. Cut down. You spend the day cutting down marsh trees. They are so light, even before they fully dried out. You drag them towards the logging camp, where you congratulate your efforts. What's this? You pause in your tracks, hearing a terrifying sound. You strain to listen. Is it Manticore roaring in the distance, or something even more dangerous? Bravely continue on. Here we go. Let's see. Next round. Wait. Super gold. That's 2 bravery. You don't back down, though it takes energy to keep walking towards the roar as you hear it again and again, getting louder and louder. It's not a manticore. It's a little fluff of a creature, all puffed out with the effort of roaring. Its voice amplified by a hollow log. It sounds like a manticore though. What a weird survival feature. It probably intimidates a lot of predators. You stop for lunch eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon, nice and sweet, like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Okay, what's this? You spent so many days and weeks exploring. Some days you feel like you've seen it all. Although you haven't gone far from the colony, you have your favorite places. You're heading to one of them right now. You like it because it's thrilling to get there. Ooh. Wait, if that's the case, then I'll do this. Let's see the card to jam. Okay, next. Okay, win. +1 bravery. You had to cross a fallen log over a deep ravine to get there. Today you make it across, controlling your fear and walking steadily without shaking. There it is. Baba fruit. You arrive at an orchard of baba fruit. The sweet, citrusy smell wafts from the red fruit. Red? Huh? 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 Red? As it bounces enticingly up and down at the end of long branches. You check out carefully for animals. You've seen a territorial bushwalk here before, but it looks like the coast is clear. You can pick and eat at your leisure. Go home. Okay, done. Okay, it's early wet. Baba fruit. Okay. Present. Flowers. Where's Nomi? Nomi. Nomi. Nomi's not here. Present for you. Strange device. Oh, this. This evening, when this isn't his quarters or his usual spot near the expedition vehicle, you have 6 cents where to find him. His old secret hideout in the big drainage pipe under the wall, where he still goes sometime when he needs to escape and be alone. Sure enough, there he is at the entrance of the pipe, but something is wrong. He's fiddling with a package, furtively. His head jerks up as you approach and he clutches it to his chest. You can barely believe your eyes, but you know a bomb when you see one. What are you doing? This stares at you for a few moments, weighing the truth. I'm leaving, he says eventually. Now Cluson made me a deal. Sabotage the colony during your next attack and they'll let me become a gardener. Don't get in my way, Scummo, this says. I don't want to have to hurt you. Please don't do this. This looks stunned, but he shakes his head. It's not about you, Scummo, he says. I'm going to do this, except for you. There's nothing for me here. You're the only thing that makes me feel, well... He looks down at the package and his hand and sighs. Human. No one has to know. Give me the bomb. This clutches the explosive to his chest tightly and lets out a shuddering. Okay, he says. Finally. Okay, He shakes his head and hands it over to you. Take it, before I change my mind. You dispose of the deadly package and thank all the gods from all the religions you can name that you were here tonight to stop this. Okay. I already maxed out with this and tangent. Let me try and do something. Oh, I need to give Cal something that you might like. Baba fruit. Thing is, I need to train the pets. But to work in a bar... Okay, let's see if I help out the kitchen. No. This doesn't unlock it. In order for you to unlock the bar when it's built, you have to rest in the lounge. Huh? What's this? Wait. You've been sleeping so terribly for months. You've been waking up in the middle of the night for some half-remembered prophetic memory dream. When you stay awake until dawn, your mind racing, wondering how long until the dream comes true. It's getting so bad, you're starting to have trouble telling dreams from reality. You realize in the middle of the conversation with someone and realize that you are not sure if the story you're telling is something that actually happened. Sometimes you can't stop yourself from acting on some memory knowledge from the dream, which creeps people out. It's getting harder to explain how you seem to know things you shouldn't. People are obviously worried about you. They're starting to treat you like you're fragile or dangerous. But you're so exhausted you barely notice. The days, the people, the story, it all blends together like a smear of wet paint. You curl up in the lounge on a particularly surreal day, just sitting and paying attention to your breathing while you watch the other colonists go about their business. Everyone seems to snap between moving in slow motion to in the space of a blink, moving at warp speed. You don't know what time of day it is, or even the season really. It just feels like you've done this before. Like you're watching a hollow bit of reality and you can't escape. You've done this before, not just once, but countless times. Or maybe you're just tired, or not even really awake. Your head hurts. Like watching two hollow bits at the same time at different speeds. Slowly, you feel all the layers of reality face back in alignment with each other. You blink. You feel present in your body for what you know is going to be a short window of lucidity. The lounge is filled with idle chatter of people going about their day, completely unaware about that you are experiencing some sort of neurological event. Should we tell someone to it? I never had this before. Let's talk to Tangent about this. They tell Tangent about you're having trouble telling dreams from reality. She listens, growing more and more interested as you insisted that you live this same life multiple times, like you're stuck in a time loop. You've seen the colony destroyed, you're falling in love with people who barely know who you are, you've seen people live and when they should have died. Fascinating, he says. When you're exhausted, your ability to explain more. She said, when you're exhausted, you have to explain more. You say you are experiencing non-linear time and are having hallucinations that come true, and you haven't told me? Your smartest friend? You should have come to me right away. She felt her hand in the pocket. Can I test your precognition right now? He says. What am I about to pull out my lab coat? You have no idea. You can just conjure out a vision whenever it suits you. If you could, it would be a lot less interesting. You shrug. Thanks, I. See? He says. The human brain is very good at coming up with explanations for things you can't understand. You probably had some weird coincidences, and the pattern matching part of your brain did what brains do. You insist it's not just a coincidence, and Tang puts her hand up like she can't bear to hear another word. Nope, no more magical thinking. You sound just like this, believing in everything. Get some sleep. I wonder if I see her again. If I see her again, like I know what's there. Okay. Let's see. Talk to Tangent. It doesn't work. Okay, I know what. I know who will help. Nomi. Or this. Nomi and Rest are together, so you tell them both about how you're having trouble telling dreams from reality. They listen, growing increasingly concerned as you insist that you live in the same life multiple times, like you are stuck in a time loop. You've seen the colony destroyed, you fall in love. Okay, so same. Whoa, Nomi exclaimed, clapping their hands excitedly. You're like a superhero with a secret identity. You don't feel particularly super. Mostly you feel exhausted. Yeah, Rex chimed. Imagine what you could do with that. Hey, Skamo, can you tell us what's for dinner tomorrow? What am I gonna get on my engineering test? Nomi asked. You get the feeling neither of them totally understand or even believe you, but it kinda makes you feel better to joke about it. Maybe you are just in an anime. You're a kid with secret powers living on an alien planet. It does sound far-fetched. Huh. Maybe you can just make the best out of this and stop being so dramatic about it. What? Suzumiya Haruhi? Okay. If not this would definitely believe us. You tell this about how you're having trouble telling dreams from reality. Okay, same thing. That's incredible. He says, when you're exhausted, your ability to explain more. I believe you. You're surprised he does? All of it? Even the see the future stuff? He nods. Of course, he replied. I mean, I've seen tons of stuff I can't explain. This planet is weird. Like, deeply super screwed up weird. And wonderful. He squeezes your hand. Thank you for trusting me, he says earnestly. But you should keep this to yourself. Other people don't understand. They are not ready to know the truth about Matumna. Like, who can, like, I was hoping Tangent can, like, she'll believe me, and then we'll uncover this together. Like, I was hoping that Tangent can be my kurisu to me being Okabe, like, just like Steins Gate, you know? Tammy is definitely not gonna be good. Wow, she says, scooting closer. That sounds really intense. Do you want to tell me more? You sit together, predict what people in the lounge are going to do. Tell her about how you saved her when you were younger, in the crash. Mars and Tangent are talking. In 30 seconds, they leave together. Then, Nomi and Rex laugh uproariously at something in the holo bit they are watching. Then, Auntie Seaton walks in, gets a holo message, then turns around and walks back to the way she came. It's all orchestrated like a play rehearsed. It's incredible. Tammy really believes what you're saying. Wow, so cool, Tammy says. When you're done, you feel drained, like you stayed up all night watching holobits. I can't believe you knew everything that was going to happen. What a bunch of lucky guests. Your stomach dropped. I bet there's some trick I'm missing, she murmurs, looking around. Did you guys script this before you came over to talk to me? Oh, that's fun, like a theater game. Told you. Like, let's see, like, Mars definitely not gonna believe us. Rex and homie. Too bad Sim is gone. Well, Sim does know his ability. Let's talk to Carl. You tell Carl about how you're having trouble telling dreams from reality. He listens, growing more. Okay. I don't know, Scummer, he says after you've exhausted your ability to explain anymore. That sounds really rough. Maybe you should speak to Dr. Instance about it. Or, my mom is really good at helping me talk through stuff when I'm stressed. So in other words, like, the best, it's probably with Nomi? Nomi it is then. Nomi and Rex. Or this. I think we talk to this better. This is good, I'll keep this. Like, even though you're gonna get 0 point, you're gonna use it for like for flushes and combos and stuff. I wanna unlock the bar job, but at the same time, I can't leave my pet, Okay, so we're gonna tend to the animals. Or maybe shovel dirt. Oh, then no. Maybe tend to the animals? It's your job to feed your Unisaur. No one else wants to go near the pen. When you skip a feeding, Unisaur gets cranky. You don't ever want to be the wrong side on that horn. Or those satellite claws. It seems okay with eating soy and grass, but with its big snapping jaw like that, you wonder if it would be happier taking a bite out of you to get to work. Ah. 2 5 0 7. Okay. Ooh, Cal. Cal waves at you as you enter the garden, leaning on his shovel. Hey, Tskamu, he called, but his eye looked past you. Down the path where Anemone is beating the absolute tar out of a training dummy. Her fierce battle cries echo across the colony, making Cal wince. He's been going totally hard lately, huh? He says. He scratches his face, smearing dirt away across his cheek. She asked me yesterday if I wanted to spar with her. He said, "You'll be good for self-defense." Cal smiled sadly at the memory. I told her I don't want to fight. Not her, not a training dummy. Not anything on this planet for real. I've never seen her get so mad at me. She called me a baby and told me I would just end up forcing everyone to protect me because I'm weak or helpless or whatever. He seems upset and stepped the ground a few times with his shovel. I don't think it's right to fight anyone, especially the Xenos. They were here first, he said. What do you think? Violence is never the answer. Cal looks relieved. I'm glad you think so too, he said. Everyone's always telling me to see both sides of the argument. Like they think that just because I'm young, I haven't made up my mind yet, he shrugged. I just think if you have to hurt someone to get what you need, you don't deserve to have it. Sometimes I think about the Xeno I had to kill. The first time they attacked, like, obviously I'm glad I'm alive, duh. But now, it's dead. His eyes go back to Anemone. He stops sparring with the training dummy and is looking at the gardens as she has a drink. Neither she nor Cal wave at the other. It was an accident. I didn't mean to kill it. He continues quietly. It just happened. I wish I could tell it I'm sorry. Cal clenches his fists. There's gotta be a way to figure out how to live in peace with all the cool things that live on this planet, he says. Like, hey, look at this weed I saw growing over here. Cal is such a strong conviction. It's one of the things he liked best about him, even if some people disagree with them. He spent a couple of hours with Cal in the garden as he shows off the area that he's getting ready for the next hunting season. The adults are really starting to trust him with more planning as he gets older, and he beams with pride. When you finally head out, you're just as dirty as he is, but you feel so much lighter. Okay. What to do now? Okay. Maybe I'll work in the depot? Wait, leave. Talk to Mars. Can't. I think I'll work in the depot. You heard through the Collie rumor mill that the Secret Funtime Club, a club Mars started when you were kids aboard the Stratospheric, has been operating this whole time. When you ask Mars about it, she graciously allows you to sit in on the next meeting. The mood as Mars calls the meeting to order is somber. Anemone won't be joining us today, she announces, or probably ever again. She told me that she's too busy with training and stuff, and she didn't want to do any more sneaking around. He sniffs dismissively. It's okay, she was kind of a square anyway, but we need someone to replace her. Some of the Helio kids are pretty cool, he says. They like clubs and stuff, right? We should talk to them and see if they want to join the SFC, Secret Fun Club. Mars stops and holds up her finger. Oh, and it's just SFC now. The Secret Funtime Club was okay, but when we were little, like we're practically adults now. What about the new governor? Love, Tang asks. I know he's technically an adult, but he's fairly young. It will be beneficial to have someone with some actual thought on our side. Mars gives Tang a withered look. We already have someone important in the club, Tang, but thank you for your contribution. He crosses her arms and thinks, I mean, Lum's alright, but kind of dumb. But like, you don't have to be smart to be hot, you know. I can't believe you could just let him be in charge. I've listened in on some of his council meetings and they are total chaos. It's like he has no idea what he's doing. It's kind of mean, Mars, Tammy says. I'm sure he's trying his best. We should invite him over for snacks and tea and see if he needs help learning how to fit in. And shouldn't we try to have fun, not getting involved in politics? On that note, who do you approach to join the club? Of course it's not me. A club? Nomi asks. when you bring it up, well, maybe I'm looking for more people to play Laser Fable with me. It's no fun just me and Rex. They brighten. Wait, can Rex join? Cause Rex is my best friend, and anywhere I go, he comes too. It's been that way forever since we were kids, and there's no way I'm letting him feel left out. Looks like you got another two. Get to work. Okay. Since curiosity. Okay. Okay, it's glue season. I think now we can, since we discovered it, I think we can go out in glow, you know. Glittering crystal cluster. How much? I don't think I can get Cal. It's too late. He's only at 50 plus. Nomi's at 81. I think somehow I can get to Nomi. Let's check out. I can't. What did I miss out? What did I miss out? Oh man. I messed up. Oh well. Let's go with Nomi then. Next, tutor children, plus 3 reasoning and 1 empathy. Okay, there's no event. Heart become mental blue. Wait. Okay. Well, push through. You're heading out to bed when sirens begin to wail, heralding the beginning of the yearly xenofauna attack. Outside your window, you see the soldiers begin to form up. This year, Anemone is heading up her own squad. You see her red hair bobbing along with the others as she rushes to defend the walls. Rush out after her. Anemone looks at you in surprise, but not when he sees you ready to fight. Someone hands you a plasma rifle, and you join her squads on the wall. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Anemone and watch the Xenos mass on the far side of the firebreak. Look at them all, she says darkly. They just keep coming, more and more every year. What are they even waiting for? Why don't they just attack already? He shoots a look at the rest of the squad, all of them Helios, mostly young adults like you, and lowers her voice. I just want to get it over with, you know? She confides in you. These Helios learned to march before they could walk. I want to prove I can handle myself as well as they can. She runs her fingers down the barrel of the plasma rifle where she stenciled the name Kombucha. A lowing from the forest draws your attention back to the enemy line. The wall of animals is approaching, in eerie unison, their footsteps drumming a rumbling tattoo across the ground. Anemone clutches her rifle tightly. Okay, here goes. The animal approached the wall at a steady pace, but short of the wall. Instead, they mill around outside the colony, near the garrison. In the eerie silence, you hear the sudden crackle of plasma rifle fire, and a flying creature falls to the ground. You hear Security Chief Red from his position on the walls, telling his squad to hold their fire. His voice rings through the still expectant air. The Xenos are just standing there. It's so quiet. It's supposed to explode, but since we stopped this from blowing up the walls, you know, we're lucky. The animals appear to be waiting for something. The uncomfortable impasse stretches into minutes, until finally, Anemone tilts her head like she's hearing orders through her kiss beak. Okay, We're just gonna attack them, he says. A voice this lilting up almost as it's a question. Her Helio-born squadmates look at her with unsure expression, but Anemone nods. Yeah, to the walls, open fire. Fight. Okay, so this one. Okay, like this. Set the back. Can't get +3. We're gonna keep this for later. +2 to the fight. Last card. Okay. We're gonna use red. Seven, eh? Seven. Combat +3. You and the others open fire, joined by other squads at other points of the wall. The creature continues to mill around as they are cut down by a hail of crackling plus rifle fire. Seemingly unbothered, it's not until a few minutes pass that the creatures seem to wake up in a sense, breaking from their holding pattern and beginning to batter the walls as usual. Flying creatures begin to soar overhead, landing the courtyard and attacking from within. You stay on the walls and pick off what you can, trying to keep the creatures from forming a living pyramid to scale the walls. You can hear the battering of their bodies against the gates from here, and the commotion as the gate defenders rally to keep it shut. Governor Lam comes charging to Anemone. I need command of your squad, he says. I'm taking them down to the courtyard to engage the enemy directly. My squad? Anemone stammers. He looks conflicted. Lam is the governor, and outrights her as a soldier. But he's Lam. His plan is bound to be dangerous, or even suicidal. The rest of the squad are Helio-born, yes, but they are also teenagers like you. Don't you need us up here, supporting defenders from the walls? He chances to suggest. We're more useful up here. Lam doesn't look convinced, but your support emboldens Anemone. He stands up straighter and hardens her expression. I can't send my people to close combat, she says firmly. We train for ranged defense, not melee. The governor looks at your squad mates. None of them make a move to follow him. He curls his lip in disgust and stalks away. Your squad remains on the wall, defending them against being breached by Xenos and picking off the flying ones before they can land in the courtyard. The gates stay standing, and after an hour the attack ends, as quietly as it began, with the remaining Xenos sneaking back into the forest whence they came from. In the quiet following the battle, the colony comes out of the hiding to gather in the courtyard, surveying the damage. Everyone looks wary, but you survive another year and with remarkably few casualties. As the gates are secured, people begin to pick through the mass of xenobodies. You spot this watching from up on the walls. As he meets your eyes from a distance, you wonder how tonight's battle might have gone if you hadn't stopped him from planting that bomb. He would run away. Really quiet. Okay, I think like this is where we end today, even though it's a bit short. But still, like tomorrow is going to be like the end of this one here, this run. Like, I thought that I could actually like go even further, but hopefully that we can hopefully that we can get, you know, I was hoping to get the bar running and like I can work there to like, you know, mend these two their relationship, but it seems that it's hard to get it. Okay, but anyhow, you know, I'm still gonna go for Nomi, you know. Nomi, I think we can somehow get to her event. Okay, but we'll just leave it. Okay, so hopefully I can end up with Nomi. Okay, so with that said, I'll end the stream here, and I'll see you tomorrow where I'll pick this up. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.